All right, guys, I'm Jeff and I'm here at the bike shop. We've got another custom build to show you today. We've got a Ritchey Ascent that we put together. I think it turned out fantastic. You know, sometimes it's the small details on a build like this that really make it pop. So we're gonna tell you all about it. But before we do, love to have you leave a comment. Let us know what you think about this bike in the comments below. We'd love to get a conversation going about it. But without further ado, let's get right into it and show you this Ritchey Ascent build. All right, so we're here today at the shop. It is rainy outside, we're a little bit slow. So Jeremiah and I decided we needed to do a project today. We're gonna put together a bike, make a video about it. So we decided to put this one together. So Jeremiah, why did we pick out this Ritchey Ascent to put together?
All right, so we've got probably one of the coolest events that the shop puts on, the Moonrise Bike Ride, coming up in just a couple of weeks. So we need a bike packing bike for a bike packing event. And so we picked this one, the Ritchey Ascent. It's gonna be basically a drop bar, fully rigid mountain bike when we're done with it.
But it'll be perfect for bike packing.
Oh yeah.
Can load it up. This bike's been hanging on the wall for a while, so we thought this would be a perfect project. We've got a couple of parts that we want to put on it that we want to try out. First is this Boyd Stumphouse wheel. We just recently picked up Boyd Cycling, and we've got a whole set lineup of their wheels in stock, and we've been wanting to put these on a bike, try them out, get some experience with them. We love these wheels. They're made in the USA. Boyd Cycling is a great wheel company, and we're super proud to have them as a supplier. So we'll put it all together, walk you through it at the end. I think it's going to be a fantastic build. I can't wait to see how it turns out. That tape looks great, man. Feels good too. I have to use that.
I'm actually surprised. I thought it was just regular cork stuff.
Perfect. All right, let's go ride this thing. Ay, ay, ay. It's bright out here. That looks killer. I love the way that turned out. I always like that color too. I mean, it's just... We screwed.
Just come wheeling in.
All right, there we go. Boom. All right. We gotta set this up.
Yeah.
Mezcals.
And Boyd.
Showing the Boyd. All right. All right, so I'm here with Jeremiah, and we're going to talk about this new bike we just put together. What do we have here, Jeremiah?
This is the Ritchey Ascent frame.
Yeah, and you put it together. This frame has been hanging on the wall for probably a year.
Something like that.
I got it from another bike shop. We did a little trade, got this Ritchey Ascent frame, and we had a couple of ideas, but we started digging around and we found a bunch of Ritchey parts. We definitely wanted to feature our Boyd wheels. We're using the Stumphouse Boyd wheels on this bike, so that was something we wanted to put on it. But other than that, we just kind of let you run with it. Why don't we start with the drivetrain? What do we got here on the drivetrain?
All right, we actually have the Microshift Advent X drivetrain with the brifters up at the top, so you could run a drop bar. Got the 10-speed in the back. You've got the little chainring up front with a Praxis crank. It's kind of impressive for a bike packing style bike, how much carbon we were able to put on it as well. But we've got carbon bars to kind of help out with the getting thrown around and rumbling around on the gravel.
These are Ritchey, or they?
Yeah, Ritchey carbon Unos.
Bars, yep. And we had a Ritchey stem sitting around.
Yeah,
to mount
Ritchey
it to.
stem, Ritchey seat post.
That's a carbon seat post also,
It is.
Right? Yeah, so all the Ritchey stuff just looks awesome, and it rides incredibly well. These bars are a little narrower than we're used to, but it has a really nice kind of racy feel for a bike packing
it
bike.
still gives you those nice flared out in the drops, so that's kind of nice if you're going downhill or something like that. It is really quick.
Yeah.
And quick handling for something I would expect from more of a bike packing 650B or 27.5-inch wheel.
Right.
It's a little snappier than I was expecting it to be, but it's also probably one of the smoothest bikes.
Yeah, it really feels good. When you stand up in it, it feels very stable, but it also feels pretty fast. I mean, it's amazing how I don't know, it feels like a gravel bike to me with fat tires.
And be able to stop on a dime.
Yeah.
Your Yokozuna brakes.
Yeah, the Yokozuna brakes were something we had,
incredible.
and they look great. We use this special cable brake housing that they provide with it that provides a little bit of extra tension to make sure those brakes stop, but it stops on a dime. Those are some of the best brakes that we've used. So that's one of the things that I like about the Microshift stuff is you can, run a decent drivetrain, but also use mechanical disc brakes. And so mounted up with the Yokozunas, it just gives you the stopping power of a hydraulic brake, but I don't know, I just like the way they work. The Stumphouse wheels, these are $450 for a set. Can you believe it? And they sound great. The hub is really nice. It's got a Boyd Skyuka hub that it sounds great. I mean, it's a good quality wheel set for not a huge amount of money. Obviously, they're not carbon, they're aluminum, but great wheel set. I would say if you're looking for an upgraded wheel set, that's a good way to go. The tires, Vittoria Mezcals, that's probably our go-to for that.
It's hard to beat the Mezcals.
Yeah, yeah. This is a medium-sized frame, we should point out, and it's perfect for both of us, right? I'm 5'9", how tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, and size-wise, I think it's perfect for both of us. It seems a little smaller than some of the bikes, and the standover's really good, but for a bike packing bike, that feels pretty good. So, one last feature on this bike that I want to point out And you actually, we were finishing up this bike and we really liked it and everything, but then you found something that really made it stand out. What is it?
Well, we had this old, I say old, it's not that old, but an old C17 Brooks saddle in one of their limited edition colorways.
Yeah.
And I just thought it would look cool.
It's like a denim blue.
Popping.
And it just really sets the bike up.
It looks great.
So you got the flat colored red and just this little bit of blue. And then the details on the bike, I think it just turned out perfect. I love the way this thing looks. Another one of these bikes where you put it together and you're like, man, do I really want to sell this thing? But we probably will.
Probably will.
But we're not going to be in any big hurry. We'll just look at it, ride it a little bit. But yeah, I think it turned out great. Thanks, Jeremiah, for putting all the work into it. And man, yeah, so I guess if you're interested in this bike, let us know. We'll put a price on it and you can come pick it up. And
we'll cry.
We'll just make sure Jeremiah's not here when you do. All right, man, thank you.
Yeah.